everyone, Yensid Organist here, and welcome to another episode of OrgelCraft. Hope you guys are having a great day today. Last episode, we got our bulk storage facility done, and I've been doing a little bit of detailing work around the outside. I've got the stone in. I don't have the lighting done yet, but that's something that I will get done in this episode. And then I have begun the long, slow task of transferring resources from all over the world in here. But as you can see, we got tons and tons of stone. Well, okay, not there. Cobblestone, blackstone from the nether clearing project. I didn't bring a lot of basalt over. I was focused on blackstone, but as you can see, tons and tons of it. And I've been stocking resources over here as well. I did make one change, and that was I decided to move the entities that I'm storing, so like rotten flesh, string, and gunpowder to the end, so that as we add actual blocks to this, we can kind of keep the pattern going a little bit better there, and then have things that will not fit in the floor at the end. So, yeah, so that's how that is going. Now, I've been thinking about what I want to do as far as some decoration goes around here, and originally I was going to do a fountain. There's a really cool fountain in Epcot that the water actually goes up the waterfall instead of down. And I know that at one point you could make a one-wide water elevator, and I thought that that would be really cool, but it doesn't look like you can do that anymore. And so as I was thinking about what needs to go in this area, I thought maybe instead of a fountain, we would have a statue. Now, the Journey into Imagination, the Imagination Pavilion at Epcot, has a mascot, and it is this purple dragon known as Figment. And I thought it would be kind of cool to bring Figment into our world, as Minecraft is all about using your imagination to build all kinds of incredible things. And so I thought it would be kind of fun to do that. So, here is our Figment. I realize he's like bigger than the building, but that's okay. Yeah, so here he is, our little purple dragon with the orange wings and some spikes and things. And yeah, I think he looks really cute, and I'm really happy with how this design turned out. Yeah, he looks a little goofy, but you know what? I think that's okay. And for my first attempt at doing something like this, I'm pretty happy with it. Now, I do want another Figment to go inside, and I want to play around with some armor stand sculpting, but I need to practice with that before I try anything this complicated. So that's something that's going to come a little bit later. So I think now what I want to work on is getting everything lit here, and I want to get a bridge built across there. And I said this in the last episode, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the wall design as kind of the frame for the bridge. So let me get that done, and I'll bring you guys right back. Welcome back, everyone. As you can see, the whole area is lit. We have a nice little bridge here to connect everything. I did go and put all the end rods around the building, and I think that makes a really, really nice accent. Let's go ahead and fly down and check this out. But so I did go around and get them so that they would all be facing the same direction. I'm not sure what to do on the corners, so I think we're just going to leave them like that, and I think that's okay. I also went and put carpet on top of the concrete powder so that the building is now spawn-proof. Everything is spawn-proof, except, of course, for Figment, and I could not figure out any way to do that looked good. It didn't look weird. I couldn't figure out where to stick a light source. The carpet doesn't match, so we're just going to take our chances. Unless, of course, I've given away in the title of the video what we're doing today, in which case maybe that's meaningless. We'll see. Maybe I'll come up with something clever that doesn't give it away. We have diamonds to add to the pile, so let's do that real quick. I have another 14 blocks update in the challenge, and if I get to it in this episode, we'll maybe go and wrangle some more mobs. But there we go. We are more than halfway done with the third level of this beacon, and then we're only going to have one more to go after that. And Yeah, I have a new diamond mining technique. You might have seen it depending on where I have flown. Yeah, there's some holes in the swamp over here. If you've been watching the Third Life series, specifically if you've been watching Impulse's videos, you will know that there is a technique for finding diamonds in swamps and rivers and some other biomes. And it comes down to finding a patch that looks like this little diamond shape there, and then going a specific amount of blocks out and digging down should net you diamonds. Now, you can see I've got holes everywhere here. I did find the video that actually fully explains this technique, and I will go ahead and drop that down in the description if you guys want to check it out. In the video that I was watching, he found diamonds every single time he dug down. I'm finding them maybe 50-60% of the time, but definitely still worthwhile. And absolutely, if you once you figure out what your number is, they're either there or they're not. But it's definitely worth the time and the effort to do it. It does make a little bit of a mess, and I am going to have to come back and clean this up later, but yeah, it's definitely fun, too, because you've got a good chance to find diamonds. This area looks so cool over here now. I'm starting to think about what else I would want to put in this area. I really, really like this, and I do kind of want to expand it. This was a fun little project, and yeah, I'm definitely thinking about ways that I could continue to expand this area, possibly with more Epcot-themed builds. I was thinking about maybe an arboretum in the style of the Land Pavilion, but yeah, that'll come in the future. So, if I haven't given it away in the title, and now I've been talking about it, hopefully I'll maybe remember to not give it away. The project for today is I want to build a mob switch. And if you don't know what that is, essentially it is filling the spawn chunks of your world with mobs that won't despawn so that mobs don't spawn anywhere else in the world. So, I've been playing around with some things, and I think that it's something that I really want to do. As I have lamented in the past couple episodes, I'm really sick of creeper griefing. And rather than turning that off, I'd like to deal with a natural way that will allow us to combat that problem. So, to kind of show what I'm thinking of doing, I actually want to hop over into a creative backup of this world that I have so that I can better demonstrate the properties of this. So let's head over there right now. So welcome to the backup world. We're in creative here. I have populated the spawn chunks with a whole bunch of shulkers. Now, shulkers do not despawn, and so they're perfect for a good example. They're not what we're actually going to use for our mob switch. There's a much easier way to do it than bringing this many shulkers to the overworld, but they're good for demonstration purposes. So, let me pull up the debug screen. So, if you look right here, this number is the number of mobs in the world, and I don't remember the exact number that you need. I think that it is 73. Not 73, that's what we currently have. I think it's 72, it might be 70, I have to double check that. But as you can see, we have 73 hostile mobs that are in our spawn chunks. So now if we teleport somewhere far away in the world, and I should say too, the spawn chunks always stay loaded as long as you're in the overworld. So when we teleport away, you'll notice that mob number doesn't change, it drops to 72. I actually know why that is. But you'll notice it's nighttime. No other mobs are spawning where we are, so we would be totally safe to wander around and not have to worry about anything else. So let's go back to our village now, and then I will demonstrate how this works. So we're going to get rid of all of these shulkers. Off. There we go. All right, so all of our shulkers are off. They respawned. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to pull up the chunk borders, And as you can see, I've marked out in glass. So this white tower shows the very end of our spawn chunks. So if we pull in a shulker right here, there we go. And then if we go up so that we are high enough so that nothing else on the ground spawns, you'll see that our mob number has dropped to 1. So now, if we place a shulker in this chunk, which is just outside of our spawn chunks, and then we go back up and we get out of the loaded area, you'll see that as we cross this border, that chunk unloads, and our mob number drops back to 1. So that's important because I have farms in this world that run off of mobs. So we need to be able to turn the farm on and off. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating a chamber at the edge of our spawn chunks where we are going to have the mobs that are going to fill up our mob cap, but then we're going to have a system where we can move them to just outside of the spawn chunks so that when I need to turn it off, I can, but otherwise we will not have to deal with most mobs. I think we still have to deal with phantoms, but, you know, we won't have to deal with creepers, we won't have to deal with endermen, zombies, skeletons, any of that fun stuff. So, yeah, the mob that we are going to be using. So, as of right now, and of course this may change in the future, but if you have a villager that you have traded with but have not named, if that villager gets converted to a zombie, it will not despawn. But it will occupy your mob cap. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a chamber, and it actually is very convenient where this is, because we'll be able to easily snag a couple of villagers to start them breeding. But essentially what I need to do is breed up 72 villagers, trade with them once, and then zombify all of them, and we will be able to have our mob cap. So, let's head back into our survival world, and I'm going to get a chamber dug out where we are going to build this. Welcome back, everyone. So, I have a chamber cleared out here that falls right on the edge of our spawn chunks if I hit the right buttons. Yeah, so this side is spawn chunks, this side is not, I think. My orientation is correct under here. And so, yeah, so now it's time to go out and collect some villagers from our village over here. And I just need to find a couple that preferably haven't been traded with. And I'm not sure... One, I'm not sure how many are left, and two, I'm not sure where any of them are. So this might be a little bit of a quest to find them. I also need to find ones in a place that it will be easy enough to transfer them back. There have been ones wandering around the tree farm. That seems like a no today. I know there's one that's taken up residence in my house here. Oh, it's probably this guy. All right, hey, you. Yoo-hoo, woo-hoo, come back. Whoop. Alright, you have not been traded with. So, perfect. You are candidate number 1. I have a special job for you. Alright, so now I need to go find another villager. I heard a door. Aha! Hello? You have not been traded with either. Fantastic. Come back. Come this way. Nope, 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 nope. Come this way. Nope, nope. Come closer. There you go. In the boat. Okay. All right. Let me get them transferred over before this guy steps in here. There's one. Welcome to your new home. And 2. All right. Good. Now, nothing can spawn here, although things can still drop in on them, so I should probably cover that over. Next, I need to get a whole bunch of beds, and I need to get a whole bunch of workstations. And I have to. I'm going to start working on the mechanism for this room to be able to get them in and out of the spawn chunks as I need to. Plus, what you doing? Okay. Plus, there are caves outside of here that I'm going to need to light up because I don't know if they will, if they'll breed in here with monsters all around them. So, a couple of things that I need to work on. So let me get some materials, and then we will get to work. I was starting to get a little concerned that these villagers were too close to their home, but we have a baby. Now, this one still has not adopted a new profession, which is fine, because I can still lock him into this current one. He doesn't actually need a workstation just to be locked into his profession, so that's fine. This one, the mason here, did not pick a bed. So I did go and break what I thought was his bed, but yeah, he still didn't pick one. So we'll see if he picks one tonight. But yeah, so 1 down to 69 to go. This is going to take a while. It'll get faster as I get more and more villagers. But we got to wait for the little ones to grow up. What I have done in the meantime is I have put some fences right along the edge of our chunk border. And what we're going to do is, let's see, do I have my ender chest? I do. So what we're going to do is, and I need a lot more resources for this, but we're going to put sticky pistons. And I guess they're actually going to have to be down to, let's see here. That'll go there, yeah. And do that so that what we can do is pull all of the fences down out of the way, have a row of dispensers over here that will then trigger and will flush all of the zombies over to this side, and then the fences will come back up. And we'll be good to go. Yet this one is still not picking a bed. I don't know why. That's all right. Okay, where'd the baby go? Oh, the baby's picked this one over here. So, yeah. So that's what I'm going to work on while I'm in the process of getting all of these villagers bred up. And, yeah, I will bring you guys back when some progress has been made. Villagers? We got villagers. It's a little laggy here. I also just popped into the world, so that's probably partially why it's a little laggy. Yeah, so my plan had been to have them breed as I work. Oh, thank you. More iron golems. Just what we needed. 3 of them this time. Fantastic. Yeah, so my plan had been to work on the system to move them back and forth once they... Hi guys. Once they had been zombified. But I had to work today, and so I set up this little AFK thing which would dispense out some potatoes every couple of minutes. And yeah, went to work for 6 hours, came home, and I have 72 villagers and golems and some cats. So yeah, so that is done. So the next thing I need to do now is start trading with all of them. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until it's nighttime and they're all sleeping, because that way I can methodically work my way along the progression here so that I make sure I don't miss anyone. Guys, leave the poor cat alone. I haven't tamed these cats. I've simply name tagged them so that I can move them over to the zoo. But yeah, that was just a nice bonus to that. So yeah, so I gotta go get some emeralds first off. I'm probably gonna take them from the beacon that I have up there. Yeah, I'm going to trade with them, and I'm going to see if I can get this system set up, and then we need to go in search of a zombie for, nefarious purposes. Welcome back, everyone, to the redstone mess. Yeah, so our system is all set up here. And you can see all of the villagers are here. They tend to cluster down here, and I think it's because I've taken away their beds and their workstations, so they're trying to get to the village. But let me show you what we've got here. So, flip this switch down, and here come the wave of villagers getting pushed across. And yeah, they're kind of all trapped up here, but then when the glass comes back in, it does push them all over. So that is that. So originally I had fence posts in here, and they fall down in the middle of the fence posts. If you remember what happened to the pillagers over on the ship in Arendelle, yeah, same thing happened here. So I switched them to walls. With walls, they got stuck. So what I opted to do was I added a second row here. Let's go outside. It's easier to see from out here. I added a second row of pistons on top, and I left a gap so that when they retract, there's actually a 3-block space for them to get through, or maybe a 4-block one? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, 3-block space. And I went with glass so that no suffocation would happen if they did happen to get stuck in the middle. So, that's what I have been working on there. And that is all ready to go. So we can turn this thing on, we can turn it off. I have over here a souped-up zombie with a good old sword that we are going to unleash in just a minute here. But before I do that, I need to remove this golem from the equation because he's going to cause some major headaches if he is left to his own devices, because obviously things will start getting converted, and yeah, come here, you. Got him. Okay. Come this way. No, don't bring the villager with you. Okay. And then, let's see. Do I have any more blocks on me? All right, I'm going to go up a couple more so that I can take this guy out. There are still a few golems in the area, so hopefully no more will spawn in. Because, yeah, if that were to happen, we'd be sunk. Okay. Yeah, I think we're ready to do this. Let the carnage begin. So let's see if our zombie friend will pathfind. There you go. Yep, okay, now you don't want me. Come here. Come here. Come here. You want the tasty villagers. I should have like a... There we go. Okay. So now we're going to go over here. We're going to get out of the zombies' line of sight, and we're going to watch the massacre take place. And like that, we have a zombie horde. Okay, I don't think I actually want to get their attention because I don't want to run the risk of them entity cramming. So, yeah, that was... I'm not going to lie, that was kind of fun to watch. This golem has no idea what I just unleashed on all of his villagers. Do need to get rid of them because I don't want to have any issues when they come over to this side. Thank you. And then I think there's one wandering around this side. No. Okay. So that is that. Yeah, and now that they're zombies, they're just kind of all milling around aimlessly. Much safer. So, yeah. So let me come over here. And this will now turn our... Uh-oh. I forgot. That's alright, we can fix it. That's why we use glass. Yeah, when I built this pathway for my alpha zombie, yeah, I had to break the redstone over here. Let's fix that really quick. Alright, and then... Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh. Things are broken. No. Alright, I think we can fix this. I just need to figure out which one it's coming from. That is this one right here. Alright, so break that. And we'll just grab the bucket there. I need to get over. Hopefully I can grab that from here. Got it. Alright, so that'll go in there, and then now we should be good to go. Okay. So, there they are. So right now, our mob switch should be deactivated. And then if we turn this on, they'll all get flushed to the other side. Whee! Some of them will be holding items forever. That's okay. And there we go. Now, I believe that it is nighttime. It is indeed nighttime. So, that timed out nicely. And there's not a mob to be found. It's quiet. It's peaceful. Now, I haven't slept in quite a while, so I don't know if phantoms are going to be a thing. But, yeah. So there's that. So now let's give it the ultimate test. Whoops, where's my entrance? Here it is. So let's pop down here. We will turn our mob switch off. Uh-oh, some of these guys may not make it across. They're stuck in the glass, but they should be able to get out of it. So there we go. Okay, so then we will have to get out of the loaded chunks to test this theory. But we shouldn't have to go too far. I think if we fly out here... Yep, there we go. We got mob spawning. So that is that. Our mob switch works. All right, I want to do just a little bit of cleaning up of the area where this is. Oh, you know, it didn't occur to me if I have any mob farms that it would have this loaded. I don't think so. I think all of my actual farms are over there that I use. So anyway, yeah, so I want to get this area cleaned up just a little bit. I want to make a nice entrance to this. I don't know, kind of want to have like a room where we can watch, but I don't know that I want to work on rerouting the redstone. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and turn our mob switch on. Some of them are stuck. What's going on? Oh, he's down in the glass. That's a problem. Might have to cycle this a couple of times. But yeah, so let me clean this up a little bit, and then yeah, we'll get this wrapped up. Welcome everyone to the Well of Souls. Oh, that was an appropriately morbid name for what's down below here. But as we pop down through, we will find all of our zombies. Now, I think we've had a couple of casualties, so you notice I put some ladders on there. They have a tendency to kind of group up on the ends. And so I think we may have lost a couple because when I was up top, there were definitely a couple of mobs spawning up there. So, yeah, so I may need to work up some kind of a system to be able to feed some more villagers in here every so often. I think I only lost a couple. but it is something that I want to be aware of. But there we go. So, more or less, we have nothing to worry about at nighttime. There might be a mob or two, but, I mean, nothing is really spawning here. Our mob cap is still, we're still really, really close. If we pull up our screen, we're at 72, so there probably are a couple of mobs wandering around here. I think I was at 70 when I was looking at things. So we should be okay, but yeah, I don't see anything else spawning. So I think overall we're going to be fairly safe. Guys, I think that is going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a like and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, I would encourage you to subscribe and make sure you click that little notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest posts. Be sure to follow me on social media. Thanks for watching. See you real soon.